evaluate the integral of square root of 1 minus x squared dx from 0 to 1. So we can apply trigonometric substitution. So we can let x be equal to 1 sine theta, or simply equal to sine theta, and then get the derivative of x dx. Derivative of sine theta is cos sine theta d theta. And we should also get the new lower and upper limit in terms of theta. So if x is equal to the original lower limit 0, we find the new lower limit in terms of theta by substituting the value of x here in the substitution. So we'll have x is 0 equal to sine theta. Therefore, to find the value of theta, we get the inverse sine of 0, which is equal to inverse sine of 0 is 0. How about for the upper limit? If x is equal to 1, plug in the value of x here, we'll have 1 is equal to sine theta, or the value of theta is equal to arc sine of 1, which is equal to pi over 2. So therefore, the new integral in terms of theta will be the integral of the square root of 1 minus x, which is sine theta squared. Then dx is cos sine theta d theta. Then the new lower limit will be 0. And the new upper limit will be pi over 2. So therefore, we'll have integral from 0 to pi over 2 of the square root of 1 minus sine squared theta using Pythagorean identity. It's equal to cos sine squared theta, then times cos sine theta d theta. So integral from 0 to pi over 2 of the square root of cos sine squared theta is cos sine theta times cos sine theta d theta. So we'll have integral from 0 to pi over 2 of cos sine theta times cos sine theta is cos sine squared theta d theta. So what is the integral of cos sine squared theta? We apply reduction formula for cos sine squared theta. It's equal to 1/2 times the quantity 1 plus cos sine 2 theta d theta. So we'll have 1/2, or let's integrate already. So 1/2 times the integral of 1 or d theta, that's theta, plus cosine 2 theta, its integral is, since theta has coefficient of 2, we should have 1 over that coefficient 2. And then the integral of cosine is positive sign. Then copy the 2 theta inside. Then let's evaluate from 0 to pi over 2. So you can distribute the 1/2 theta. We'll have 1/2. You distribute the 1/2 to theta and 1/2 sine 2 theta. So we'll have 1/2 theta plus 1/2 times 1/2 sine 2 theta, 1/4 sine 2 theta. Evaluated from 0 to pi over 2. Let's substitute first the upper limit to every theta. So we'll have 1/2 times theta, pi over 2, plus 1/4 sine of 2 theta pi over 2. And then minus, this time substitute the lower limit 0 to every theta. We'll have 1/2 theta, which is 0, plus 1/4 sine 2 theta, 0. And then let's simplify. 1/2 times pi over 2, that's pi over 4. Plus 1/4 sine of 2 times pi over 2. Cancel out the 2. We have sine pi. Then let's distribute the negative sign. Negative 1/2 times 0, that's just 0. Then minus 1/4 sine of 2 times 0, 0. So pi over 4 plus 1/4 times sine pi, it's 0. Then minus 0 minus 1/4 sine 0, also 0. So therefore, we just have pi over 4 plus 0 minus 0, still 0. So the final answer is just pi over 4.